In this video, I want to start our conversation about decision making by looking at how long it takes a decision and all the ramifications that go along with it. Now, you have in under half a second, in under 1 second, what's called your gut reaction. Let's do an experiment. I have a chocolate and a green apple. If you love chocolate and sweets, you probably would immediately, without thinking, go for the chocolate. Why? Because in under 1 second, in under half a second, only some parts of your brain get activated. You might know the amygdala, that's part of your animal brain. It's responsible for many things like fear, fight or flight. It's also responsible for things that might hurt you or things you don't like. So aversion to things right away. Because things that you don't like, things that can be bad for you, you have to make a really quick decision. Now, about 1 or 2 seconds later, your prefrontal cortex, the logic and reasoning part of your brain kicks in and tells you, hey, even though there was probably more sugar in the chocolate and you want the chocolate and you don't like the sour taste of the apple, guess what? The apple is better for you and you want long-term health and you went to the doctor and blah, 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 blah. It starts reasoning. That's your prefrontal cortex. It takes the brain longer for that part of the brain to take over and engage. So the first thing you have to understand is there's a lot of validity in your gut immediate reaction. Trust it to a large degree, but not entirely. Question it with your next 1 or 2 seconds. What happens then? The adult you, the reasonable you starts to reason and you start adding layers to your initial potential decision, like the logic. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's confusing, because sometimes you aren't quite able to put words on why you made a certain choice with your gut reaction. Your gut reaction may be right, you may just not be able to logically explain it to yourself, you might not sense everything. So you may confuse your initial gut reaction. There's a lot of validity in that gut reaction, but of course we know that the longer you think about a problem, the more likely you will come up with the right outcome. Think of a chess player. There's an impulse to move right away, because when you move right away, when you make an action right away, there is hope with it. And when there is hope with it, there's a little bit of a dopamine release. It feels good. And it feels also good to get that little reward, like, oh, I'm going to make a quick decision, get a quick reward. Dopamine releases during the anticipation and a little bit during the actual getting of the reward. So that's the kid who's playing chess very fast and doesn't want to move, or people who play speed chess, they just want, immediate gratification. That's fine sometimes, but the longer in chess and in life, the longer you think about a problem, you increase your chances of getting that decision right. Now, in life and in chess actually, if you think too long, that just becomes indecision. You run out of time in chess and in life. Indecision is a decision. It's a bad decision. It's a decision not to make a decision. So at some point you have to be decisive. It's an art form. When is the right time to strike? Of course, in life you have many other dimensions. You can get help, which is advised. There's wisdom in getting help, in coaching, and etc. To have a team. And of course, you want to rely on your own experience. The first time you make this decision or any other decision, you're going to make a poorer decision, likely than the 20th time or the 100th time you make a similar decision. Hopefully, we have to learn. And that's the timeline of the accuracy increasing with the time you spend to make a decision, just about any decision. Some decisions you have to make quickly, some decisions you can wait. So if you have a particular decision that's looming, you have to make a decision, you have to think about how long do you have to make the decision, give yourself the right amount of time, then give yourself within that time the right amount of resources, and then eventually pick a moment, pick a deadline to decide. That process will increase the chances that you will make the right decision no matter what the situation is.